Hi everyone, I'm here today to give you a review on the Oster Kettle. So this is a 1.7 liter variable temperature kettle. I've been using this now for about 6 months, since April, and I have some really good things to report. So as far as kettles go, this is a bit of a midline kettle. So there are other versions like the Breville, which goes for several $100s. Cuisinart offers one, and this is definitely one of the lower end ones price-wise, but I have found it to be quite effective. It's about $54 on Amazon. I have seen it as cheap as $40 at other places, so it just depends on what you want out of your kettle. A lot of people like the different temperature kettles because of our temperature recommendations for teas. Delicate teas such as green tea, white tea, and oolong, we recommend steeping at a lower temperature, so not boiling. The biggest question I get is, do you notice a difference when you use a lower temperature water versus the boiling water? The answer is yes. Of course, everything comes to individual preferences. I don't notice necessarily a really big difference, but I do notice more subtle flavors coming out in the green teas and the white teas when you use a lower temperature water, as opposed to just a strong green flavor, which you'll still get with one of our quality teas when you use boiling water. What I find is you'll notice the more subtle differences between, say, a mojito green tea and a fruity green tea. So the differences between flavors is what I notice. So with this Oster kettle, what you can see is it's a nice stainless steel and it has a detachable base. When you take it out of the base, the power turns off. So it's really nice as a way of sort of, if you want the water to stop boiling, you're not leaving water unattended, and it has an auto shut off function. So this goes with the variable temperature. If you set the temperature to 100, it will boil and then it'll turn off. You can also set it to boil for a certain length of time. So you can boil your water for 15 minutes. Perhaps this can be useful in cooking or camping situations. So with the electric kettle here, you have the following controls. You have this program button, the side to side, as well as the power button. Hey guys, so we're back. And I have plugged in my lovely Oster base for my variable temperature kettle. And when you put it on here, so you'll see here that there is a digital reading that comes out here. So right now it's set to 100 Celsius. So to go to the variable range, right? So right now this is set to 40, which is pretty low. So let's say for your green tea, you would want to go up to 80. And as long as you have some water in there, in order to make this stream become a reality, just press the power once more. And then you have this kettle here begin to blink. When it's blinking, you know that it's working and your water will slowly heat up. As I said, it's 1.7 liters. It can hold a minimum of 0.5, so 2 cups, and it'll start to heat up. Now that is a beautiful sound. That is the sound of heating water, and once that has been heated, it will be boiled, and, well, not boiled, sorry, it will go to exactly 70. And at 70 degrees, it will turn itself off. This is fantastic function. There is no beep, unfortunately, but as I said, this is a lower range kettle. So there'll be no beep, but you'll notice that the heating sounds of water that we're hearing right now will stop, and that means your tea's ready to pour. What I like about this model is that it is very resilient. My upline consultant actually also uses this kettle. She has 3 or 4 of them. Uses them all over, multiple times a day, multiple times a week, over and over and over. These are getting quite a bit of use, and while the wording on the buttons have worn off, otherwise this kettle stays in fine shape. It is quite resilient and meant for heavy use. then it is now a solid state here. So the water is actually already heated up to 80. That only took less than about a minute for a delicious 80 Celsius water. As you can see, it's steaming, but not boiling. So it never did actually boil. That was just tap water that I put in right away. And here you go, 80 degrees Celsius. That's all for today's review. I will also be putting a link to a few Amazon reviews so you can see some different products. Thanks for listening.